Well, it's that time of year again. It's one of my favorite times. It's smelt dipping. Here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. They've been catching them for about a week now. In our area, a good telltale sign to go after them is when you first start hearing the frogs peep. You hear those peepers at night. And then usually it's good for about a week or two in that area. But we're going to travel south for about 40 minutes and try a few creeks down there and go from there. Things you'll need a Michigan fishing license, at least in this state. And then the limit for your catch for the night is 2 gallons. So you need a bucket, some way to measure it. And it's probably 2 gallons, about that much. You're gonna want a headlamp. Sometimes people will use a big lantern just to give them some light. You need some waders, preferably chest waders. You can get away with some hip waders, even just boots sometimes. Sometimes they come to get really close to the shore. You can even see them. But I like using some chest waders. Preferably some neoprene ones because it is pretty cold out still. It's raining out, so we're gonna have our rain jacket. And then just a pair of gloves to kind of help insulate your hands when you're hanging onto the net. And then of course, you'll need your net. And a little bit different in Alaska, for hooligan we use a fabric net, much similar to this. But you can see where I've done a lot of repairs with wires, and that's something that you may think about bringing, is some spare stainless steel wire to help bind this together if there's any holes around the edges or even inside the net itself. One thing that you can do too is you see I put a crutch on this for the handle, and you'll see it's in line with the net, so when you're going down, and by doing this it gives you 2 handles that are padded. And then a lot of times when you're using the old style nets, water will get stuck in this tube and it'll run down and get your hands wet every single time you're dipping. This just gives it a little bit more insulation and a little bit more control to give you that faster, I would say, net movement to try and dip as much smelt as you can. And you'll find that you just take the end of the crutch off, the little knob that has the grippy, and then you just insert it right into the net. And then all I use is a bolt with 2 wing nuts. And I like the wing nuts because I can tighten them without any tools. And I learned this from my dad up in Alaska when we were dip netting for salmon on the Copper River. But that's just an option. And if you want to extend your original net, this gives it maybe an extra 1.5 foot of reach. So sometimes those old net handles too can give you a little bit more reach as well. And the same thing, I just fitted it, drilled it, put some locking nuts on this one. Another thing that I use is when you're standing in the creek, it's a pain to get out of the water just to go put some minnows in your 5-gallon bucket or 2-gallon bucket, whatever you use. So I got these old milk gallons, just kind of cut in this shape, and you fasten it right on your belt. Sometimes people will put like a little bag, but this works out. You get your fish out of your net, you put it in your little gallon here, and then once it's about halfway full, then I walk to shore and dump it into my 5-gallon bucket. We're only gonna go out for a few hours tonight, like it is. We don't need much. Back in the day, they used to fill truckloads, and a lot of times they would use it as fertilizer for their gardens. But I prefer to eat them. They're tasty. We'll get out in the water and give it a try tonight. So come along, let's go smelt dipping. Well, we're here. I think it's 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes they'll run all night. And we'll give it a try. I think we'll keep the firewood here for now. And you want to know the best shoes for waders? The size 13s from Walmart. Instead of buying the nice $200 boots, get them for 20 bucks.
Wallet, my phone.
I don't think we need the lantern either.
Oh,
Sitka.
Sitka hat.
That's the one place my dad wants to move to. Sitka, Alaska. I think that's it. Let's go smelting.
Let's go
smelting. Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna go yet, but yeah, I got, I think, 12 rocks so far. No fish, not yet. Best thing about smelt dipping is the snacks and actually catching smelt. It's been cold the last 2 nights, so maybe that brought down the water temperature too much. I think I've had this jet boil since 2005, maybe. The igniter's been broke on it for years. That should be boiling in about 2 minutes. Some hot chocolate. Last year I told my wife if I ever wanted to go smelt dipping before the peepers peeped to punch me in the face. I didn't hear a peeper at our house. I heard a peeper a couple minutes ago here. Round 2, fight. Going smelt dipping for the second night. Same place. It's a lot warmer today, about 55, 56 degrees. It's about 38 right now. Hopefully that brought up the water temperature in the creeks. We'll see you there. Well, let's go see. Campfires, laughter, and peepers. Hopefully they're smelt. People are getting a few. 1 every 40 nets.
5 for the night.
5 for the night, eh? All right. It's tradition. I got my first smelt, so I got to bite the head off. I don't know why, but it's just what we do. This is a little smelt, about 4 inches. So here we go. All right, one of many for the year, hopefully. Probably 10:20 right now, 10:20 p.m. That was a baby smelt. Sometimes when they're running real heavy, you can feel them on your legs, hitting your legs. And sometimes you'll get 15 to 20 in your net. Here's a nice one. So I'm just tapping the bottom, going with the current, with a little bit more speed than the current. And then at some point, usually you'll find a drift that catches more fish than normal. So you just keep on doing that same drift over and over. So you get your 2 gallons. It looks like everybody's kind of heading out. We've been going for about a good hour. And I would say about 40 other people were here and only 4 of us here now. Sometimes they'll run later in the night if the water temperature rises, or they just get that itch to go. But they really like to come up the rivers if it's 42 or 44 degrees or warmer. So we're still quite early. I'm only hearing a few peepers here and there. Again, fishing's fishing. It's not always catching. Round 3 fight. Going west of here. It was about 63 degrees today. Should bring up the water temp in the creek's pretty good. So we'll see you at the creek. I'm excited. Lots of cars here though. It's fine though. Plenty of fish for everybody. Supposed to rain pretty good for the next 3 hours. I would love to have my kids here, but they've got school. It's not that cold out right now. It's always a good time. You get a big fire going. Go into the deep, dark woods. A little bit of snow. Not that much. My favorite place to dip. It's so beautiful. It's a little early still. I think it's 9:30 right now. There's my first one for the night. And then you see right here, there's a lamprey. Oh, lamprey fell out. There you go. It's about an 8-incher. It's about one every 20 dips so far. I'd say there's at least 50 people here. Another one. Little guy. It's a nice one. Oh, you can't see because my belly. Sometimes when they get so thick, if you're to get 1, 2, or 3, it's not worth the time to take them all out of your net. So you'll dip 2 or 3, 4 more times until you have 15 or 16 in. It doesn't happen very often, but it sure is fun when it does. That was my first 2 in a row. Thunder and Smelt. What's that? Yeah, we're gonna get hit with some rain. Now there's lightning over there. Coming in little waves right now. You see there's lightning Way over there. That's a nice one. Another good 6-incher. I just got 3 and 6 dips. They're starting maybe. Oh, my first double. That's a good sign. It's probably only 10 o'clock, 10:30. I think I've got 20 so far. There's another one. Another one. This is such a fun time of year. You know, at 2 gallons is plenty, at least for my needs, for about 2 weeks. And I used some of them, the smaller ones, for bait, for Atlantic salmon and splake. You can even do it for pike. There's a nest. Oh yeah. Four for 4. Ooh, there you go. At this rate, I should be able to get my limit. Another twofer. Another twofer. Nice too. Those rocks out of there. Oh wow. That lightning was wild. I wish I had another camera. I would have set it up. My brother and I got into them real thick once. Like 7 years ago. Got our limit in like 20 minutes. It was fun just watching people catch theirs. There you go. Should figure out a way to put a camera on this net. There you go. Trying to find those seams that are the deepest in the section of the river. Sometimes you feel them hit the net. I wonder what their reaction time is, if they're capable of swimming out of the net. I'm sure the stronger ones are, if you go too slow. Ooh, that's a big one. Twofer. Maybe this lightning storm will electrify the fish up the stream. It's so good to see people out enjoying the outdoors. I don't see it in the woods, but I do. There's probably 5 bonfires, music playing. Ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, a piece of candy. Alright, let's go see how much we got. Alright, so it's been about 47 minutes. I got half a gallon. Good size ones too. Put my bucket back on and head back out. And there we go. Ooh, that's the biggest one yet today. Nah, I just get excited. So many people. That's upstream. There's downstream. Ooh, that's a nice one. Wow, oh wow. Wow. Listen to that. Oh, the closest one. Oh, it's crazy. Did you get your limit? Nice. You're doing really good over there. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Oh, I jumped out of my net.
You've got one actual smelt and one sucker.
Well, I think it's probably close to midnight. I think I got a gallon and a half, which is plenty for me for a good meal from the family. The storm really came in heavy. Started raining quite a bit, and I turned off the fishing. I haven't caught a single smelt probably in 30 dips, so we're gonna call it quits. Let's see, yeah, a gallon and a half. Oofda. Let's get some more ice. That's a scary one. I am exhausted. That was a nasty storm that we went through. Good night. Seven inches. I've seen up to 10 inches in some of them. Some people like smaller smelt. They more like the batter more than anything, but I like these bigger ones because you actually taste the fish. And there's many different ways of cleaning them. Some use scissors typically. So all you're doing is I go up underneath, cut off the head, scoop out the guts, and there you go, it's clean. See, this one's a female. And then I'll rinse and clean these bodies later. This is another way to clean smelt. I learned this from a friend of mine. You simply cut off the head with a small knife and then just cut down the side of the belly. And then you just kind of scoop the guts out. I actually prefer this way because it's a little bit quicker and I don't have to fumble with the body as much. Plus it feels more natural with a knife. I got maple syrup boiling in the backdrop and cleaning smelt. And hopefully soon we'll be cleaning some perch. You see the slit is just on the side. So the one side is completely full. Voila. Another tip when you're cleaning fish, especially if you're cleaning a lot, just wear gloves. I know it sounds dumb, but when you're cleaning a lot of fish, you'll get a lot of crusties right here. And now I don't have to deal with it. Let's cook some smelt. Andy's red seasoning, some fresh clean smelt, some oil, and some 100-year-old cast iron skillets. Test. So good.